pirate D&D campaign set in the Dragon Coast. Today we will discuss the crew of Falkor's Fury, a renowned pirate ship that will be the home of our players as newly conscripted pirate recruits. Captain Drakar Flameheart is a renowned dragonborn known for his crimson scales that shimmer like molten lava. Drakar is not your typical pirate captain, for he serves Falkor, a mighty and ancient red dragon with a reputation that strikes terror to the hearts of all sailors across the Dragon Coast. Drakar's story begins with his early days. Hatched in the scorching fires of Falkor's volcanic lair, he was instilled with a deep sense of loyalty and admiration for Falkor, viewing him not only as a master, but as a father figure. The bond between dragon and dragonborn grew stronger over the years, as Falkor imparted his wisdom and power onto Drakar. Falkor, having amassed vast hoards of treasure and gold over centuries, desired to expand his wealth and influence. To achieve this, he turned to pirate crews with loyal dragonborn captains. Drakar willingly became the captain of Falkor's Fury, a ship adorned with a dragon's head and a crew of diverse and fierce races that sailed the treacherous seas, raiding coastal towns, ambushing merchant vessels, and seeking legendary treasures. Drakar's leadership skills and dragonborn abilities made him a formidable force on the high seas. His magic flaming sword Flametongue and a few other magic items may have helped a bit as well. The spoils of their endeavors were always brought back to Falkor's lair, where the ancient dragon hoarded the treasures and reveled in the success of his adopted son. Drakar, in turn, cherished every moment spent with Falkor, and regarded the amassed wealth not just as loot, but as offerings to the dragon he considered his father. First Mate Tog, a bold and formidable orc, he stands as the right hand of Captain Drakar. From the very inception of the crew, Tog has been a loyal and stalwart companion to Drakar, having weathered countless storms and battles together. His hulking frame and a face adorned with battle scars, Tog is a symbol of strength and resilience among the crew. Known for his unwavering loyalty, Tog is not only a skilled warrior, but also an astute strategist, earning him the trust and respect of the entire pirate crew. His presence on the ship instills confidence, and his booming voice commands attention, making him an effective leader when Captain Drakar is otherwise occupied. Tog's connection with Drakar goes beyond mere camaraderie. It's a bond forged in the fires of shared victories. Whether boarding enemy vessels or leading landing parties, Tog's battle prowess and fearlessness have become legendary among the crew, and strike terror to the hearts of their adversaries. Tiny Fred, a brooding Loxodon, serves as the kitchen officer on the notorious pirate ship. His massive frame and tough exterior conceal a history of harsh punishment, with his tongue once cruelly cut out by the Admiralty when he refused to confess to piracy. Despite his inability to speak, Tiny Fred commands respect in the galley, creating culinary masterpieces that speak louder than words. The grumpy Loxodon channels his frustrations into crafting delicious meals for the crew, silently contributing to the fearsome reputation of Falkor's Fury. Big Fred is a pint-sized goblin with an insatiable thirst for battle, proudly serving aboard Falkor's Fury. Despite his diminutive stature, Fred is always at the forefront of any skirmish, eager to prove that size is no measure of courage. However, lurking beneath his bravado is a fear of First Mate Tog, whose imposing presence and battle-hardened reputation instill a sense of unease in Big Fred. Big Fred's enthusiasm for plundering and amassing wealth clashes with the crew's tradition of contributing all loot to Falkor's hoard. He harbors a deep resentment for the idea of surrendering their hard-earned spoils to the dragon's lair, and this conflict simmers beneath the surface. Despite his misgivings, Big Fred's love for the thrill of combat keeps him sailing under Captain Drakar's flag, at least for the time being. Miniana, the enigmatic navigator of Falkor's Fury, is a unique blend of mermaid and minotaur lineage, yet she appears entirely human. An uncanny ability to navigate by maps, stars, and an intuitive connection with the waters of the Dragon Coast, Miniana guides the ship with unparalleled skill through treacherous seas and uncharted territories. Her closest companion is Kilaka, a semi-talking raven with intelligence beyond what he reveals. As the ship's lookout, Kilaka perches above the mast, and nothing escapes his keen gaze. The duo's bond appears almost mystical. They share an unspoken understanding of each other, and together the ship's navigational prowess is unmatched by any. Miniana's father, Thrasok Ironhorn, once captained his own pirate ship, the Maelstrom's Wrath, sailing the seas with a fierce reputation. A Minotaur of formidable strength and cunning, Thrasic's exploits caught the attention of Captain Drakkar. In a fateful encounter, Falkor himself burned Thrasic's vessel to ash, but Thrasic alone survived. Drakkar, impressed by the Minotaur's tenacity, decided to spare his life, but not his freedom. Now a captive on Falkor's fury, Thrasic survives as a constant reminder of his defeated past. Mistreated and stripped of his captaincy, he endures a harsh existence among the crew, forced to perform menial tasks and never speak with his daughter. Thrasic's pride, once towering like his horns, is now humbled in the face of his new reality. Despite his captivity, Thrasic remains bound by a more profound fear, the safety of his daughter, Winniana. Aware that any rebellion or escape attempt could endanger her, he endures his punishment in silence, his spirit unbroken, but his freedom stolen, and a living symbol of the consequences of defiance. Lastly, the crew boasts a handful of kobolds. 4 adorned in vibrant green scales, and 3 in a striking reddish hue. These diminutive draconic beings communicate exclusively in their native tongue, Draconic, lending an air of mystery to their interactions. Highly skilled in operating the ship's cannons, the kobolds exhibit a surprising level of expertise when it comes to artillery. Their stubborn nature, however, is evident, as they only acknowledge the authority of Captain Drakkar and First Mate Tog. The kobolds form a tight-knit group, socializing exclusively among themselves. Their unique language and close-knit dynamics create an air of exclusivity within the crew. These 14 pirate souls will be joined by our players, who will need to find their own place and role